Good afternoon. I am live from London. Welcome to your P2P Live. And here in London, it is a toasty 32 degrees. It makes a change from the rain, I must say, but still slightly warmer than our usual British weather. On today's show, we have the stat of the week following our job vacancies, so all of our hot jobs across UK, New Zealand and Australia. And we're also going to be taking a look at a conversation between Mark Smith and Renagi Ingram, who discuss the increase in reliance upon automation and AI and when to draw that line when using it in recruitment. And of course, we're going to go and have a look at our Twitter poll results, which you all very kindly voted in last week. So without further ado, let's start off by heading to our employment stat of the week. So this week, the employment stat is focusing on the number of vacancies in the UK, and this is seasonally adjusted. So it shows the period from May to July, 2004, all the way to 2023. So as you can see, it's a relatively steady incline between 2004 and just prior to COVID. So we obviously see a very sharp dip when COVID automatically hit. And coming straight back out of that, we see a very sharp incline. Now, that was to be expected, but what we didn't anticipate was it to go further than the peak of it that it was before COVID made the dip. So it's very positive. We're looking in a very good position. If you see the trajectory of the job vacancies are definitely higher than we anticipated for before COVID, and they're still on that upwards trajectory, but they are slightly lower this quarter. So let's have a look at all of those jobs that we've been speaking of. So our first job here in London this week is a new business manager within the design industry. This is a corker of a job, and I'm managing this one, so you can contact me if you are interested. My details are on screen. This role is paying between 28 and 35,000, and it's working with an amazing interior design studio. So you can be prospecting new leads, getting new clients on, and this role will be perfect for someone who has experience within the architectural or interior design industry, and someone with a genuine love and passion for new business and sales. So please do get in touch with myself if you're interested in that one. Our second job, we're looking for an associate within residential conveyancing. So this is paying between 50 to 65,000. And in order to apply for this job, you do need a strong track record of successfully handling UK property transactions. So very particular, needs to be UK property transaction experience for this one. And Sam Tilby is managing this role, so please do get in contact with him if you are interested in hearing more. Now let's head over to the other side of the world to look at our jobs in New Zealand. So our hot job of the week in New Zealand is a warehouse assistant. This is in Mount Wellington in Auckland. It's paying $23 an hour. So Scott Bannister is our consultant. If you're interested, please contact him. But in order to apply, you do have to have either a restricted or a full driving license. And you have to have an enthusiastic, driven and willing approach to learning new systems. So if that applies to you and you are interested, please do get in touch with Scott. So we're next going to head over to our Australian hot job of the week, and then straight over to Mark Smith to talk everything AI.
Hi, this is Crystal from P2P Recruitment Melbourne. I'm working with a global law firm who are on the lookout for 2 legal assistants to join their disputes team and projects team. Both roles will see you supporting up to partner level and will offer a lot of autonomy. If you're someone who is eager to make the role their own, then this could be the role for you. You'll be working in beautiful offices along Collins Street and have access to many benefits, including career development opportunities. Salaries would look up to 90k package. If you'd like to hear more, please get in touch on the details below.
Well, one of the biggest topics right now, since the introduction of ChatGPT during 2023, is AI in the workplace. So we thought we'd explore this a little bit with Renagi from our Queensland team. Good afternoon, Renagi. How are things in your part of the world?
Amazing. Sunny Queensland's the best place to be.
We're here to talk about AI. Tell me more about that. What are some of the pitfalls, and is AI in the workplace all that good?
Yeah, look, Mark, a handful of weeks ago, I was on with Catherine Kennedy. I had a similar conversation around AI. And 2023, as we know, has had a significant rise in the workplace with the introduction of AI. You've seen, everyone knows ChatGPT, and you've got Microsoft that's Copilot, you've got OpenAI. Whilst there is an increase in the automation and the use of AI has seen some great benefits, efficiency, accuracy, cost reduction. Like anything that's great, there's also some bad sides and downsides, especially when it comes to the recruitment.
And what are they? So you're talking about using AI specifically within the recruitment process?
Just generally speaking, but trying to relating it to what we do.
Okay, and so what do you think are those downsides to using AI in recruitment then?
Three most notable ones that I can think of and that are most prevalent. Privacy concerns, especially in the early days of AI. Look, it's in the infancy stages. So collecting of large amounts of data would be one. Two, dependency on technology, relying too much on AI, the systems. That can potentially cause long-term problems, especially in terms of tech. It's amazing. When it doesn't work, it's a big struggle. So thirdly, I think I mentioned this last time that I was on. As we know, people like to do business with people, and relying too much on AI and automating things, you lose that touch, that human touch and that personal connection.
I 100% agree. And I know that People2People, for example, is using AI as part of our processes. But where really that has the most advantage in recruitment is actually in sourcing. But what you can't, I think personally, that you can't walk away from, and why you still need a human in the process, is the AI might be able to identify somebody who might be good for a role. They might be able to find them on a platform like LinkedIn, for example. But what they can't do is get them to sit in front of a person
Absolutely
at an interview.
Yeah,
so, to use probably a controversial term, but it's a seduction. You've got to get somebody, you've got to seduce somebody to sit in front of that particular client in our case. But if you're in talent acquisition or you're hiring and using some of your own tools in-house, then just because you find them doesn't mean that they're going to be interested in wanting to work for you. So that human to human, that people to people connection really is what's most important. Wow, that sounded like an ad.
Quick plug, people to people. Exactly right.
Excellent. All right. Look, I know that obviously your specialist area is supply chain in the Queensland office. So how's the market, by the way, in Queensland right now?
Yeah, good. Look, it's picking up. We've had Brisbane this time of year. We've had a little bit going on actually. Been a bit busy throughout the office. Seen a bit of a slow down, but we're definitely seeing it start to pick up again.
Yeah, we were chatting last night. We had an event in Queensland. So thank you for all those people who may be watching now who came along to that. But the net migration to Queensland, it's far outstripping the populations in New South Wales and Victoria are definitely declining at the moment, and everybody seems to be moving to Queensland, and that's had a flow-on effect in terms of the jobs that are up here. So if somebody wanted to get in touch and have a chat to you about the opportunities in Queensland, how do they get in touch with you?
Yep, Mark. So the landline 3118-0125, you'll be able to get me there. Or if you want to contact me directly via email, it's renagi@people2people.com.au.
Fantastic. All right. Well, thanks for joining us on P2P Live. Hopefully we'll see you again soon.
Thanks so much, Mark. Appreciate it.
Amazing. So thank you so much to Mark and Renagi there. We're going to head straight over to our social media poll and have a look at last week's results. So we asked you, how are you finding your current workload? And we had a staggering 47.2% of you say it's a lot, you're overworking. We had 32.2% say it's manageable. And we had 20.6% say not a lot, very quiet period. So, I mean, if you're in the 47.2% category and you maybe want to look at something else that might give you a better work-life balance, do get in touch with one of our consultants. But let's see what our poll is for next week. We're going to ask you, very much following on from Mark and Renagi's conversation, how much do you rely on automation and AI in your current job? We would be really, really keen to hear your thoughts. So please do give us a vote on that. So that's it for this week. Thank you so much. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and X, or Twitter, as some of us probably still know it as. But thank you so much for watching. Please do get in touch if you have any questions, and we'll see you next week.